Gemini Space Station Incorporated Technical Analysis General Overview and Trend. Gemini has only one trading day of data available, September 12, 2025, with the stock opening at $37.01, reaching a high of $45.89, a low of $31.56, and closing at $32. This represents an extremely volatile first day of trading, with a range of $14.33, 45.5% of the closing price. The stock closed well below its opening price and session high, indicating significant selling pressure after an initial surge. With only one day of data, it's impossible to establish a meaningful trend, but the extreme volatility suggests the stock may be subject to speculative trading price volume. The stock traded 32,928,352 shares on its first day, which is substantial volume. The price action shows an initial surge to $45.89 followed by a sharp decline to close at $32, indicating that early buyers were met with significant selling pressure. The volume was highest during the initial surge and subsequent decline, suggesting strong interest but also significant disagreement among traders about the stock's value. The OBV indicator at 32,928,352 reflects the total volume but provides little insight without historical context, moving averages EMA and SMA. With only one day of data, moving averages cannot be calculated. All moving average values in the provided data are empty, making this analysis impossible at this time. Technical indicators. With only one day of data, most technical indicators cannot be calculated. The only available indicator is VWAP at $36.4833, which is above the closing price of $32, indicating that the stock traded below its volume-weighted average price for most of the session, suggesting bearish momentum. All other technical indicators in the provided data are empty, making a comprehensive analysis impossible. Linear regression. With only one day of data, linear regression analysis cannot be performed. A meaningful trend line requires multiple data points to establish direction and statistical significance. Next trading day opening forecast. Given the extreme volatility and the close well below the session high and VWAP, the stock is likely to open lower on the next trading day. The closing price of $32 represents a significant decline from the session high, indicating strong selling pressure. The opening price is expected to be in the range of $31 to $32.50, with potential for further decline if selling pressure continues. Resistance and support analysis and intraday movement styles. With only one day of data, resistance and support levels can only be estimated based on the first day's trading. Immediate resistance is at $37.01, opening price, and $45.89, session high. Immediate support is at $31.56, session low. The current price, $32, is 13.8% below the opening price and only 1.4% above the session low. Given the extreme volatility and limited data, intraday movements are likely to be highly erratic with potential wide swings. The stock may test the session low of $31.56 if selling pressure continues, or attempt a recovery toward the opening price if buying interest emerges. Possible high and low values based on daily ATR 14. ATR cannot be calculated with only one day of data, as it requires a 14-day period to compute. Therefore, this analysis cannot be performed at this time. Possible scenarios. Bullish scenario. The stock finds support at $31.56 and recovers toward the opening price of $37.01 or higher. This would require strong buying interest and positive news or sentiment. Bearish scenario. The stock breaks below the session low of $31.56 and continues to decline, potentially establishing a new downtrend. This would be confirmed by increasing volume and further price deterioration. Neutral scenario. The stock consolidates in a range between $31.56 and $37.01 as the market determines its fair value conclusion. GEMI has only one trading day of data, making comprehensive technical analysis impossible. The first day showed extreme volatility with a wide range and a close well below the session high and VWAP, indicating bearish momentum. Without additional data, it's impossible to establish a meaningful trend or make reliable predictions. Investors should exercise extreme caution with this stock due to the limited trading history and extreme volatility. Additional trading sessions are needed to establish patterns and make more informed analysis.